Hey everyone and welcome back. So in today's video I have something really exciting. Oh my god, you guys have seen little bits and stuff on my stories. There's been more kind of on Ciara's stories than there has mine because I've been wanting to kind of wait to this moment just to come on and do a bomb ass look and just to show you guys the entire thing. Like, I cannot believe it. Obviously you guys know what I'm going to show you, but it's my new brush collection and my new palette, the Inspire palette and the GO-To-GLAM brush collection. Like, I cannot actually believe this. Like, I'm sitting here being like, what is even the crack? Like, what is actually going on right now? So Ciara Daly and myself have actually collaborated and brought out a whole collection. Ciara has her collection and also then this one is mine, which I'm literally so proud of. Like, how me is this? Like, literally how me is this? And you guys are literally gonna love this. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna show you like literally everything now before the tutorial, because the tutorial, this video is probably really long. I'm sorry. So this is what the palette looks like. It has like gorgeous iridescent writing on the front and it's completely matte white all over, and then this just completely sparkles. Like, how cool is that? And then on the back it gives you a little overview of all the shades, a little bit about me and a little bit about the palette. Like, how surreal is this? Like, it's literally my palette with my name on it, Ciara's name on it, everything. Oh my god, I'm just buzzing. So whenever you open the palette, this is what the colours look like. Oh my god, you guys know I love bright colours and creating just really like fiery creative looks. So of course I had to bring out a palette that was just fiery, bold, inspiring and just really colourful and me. I literally have so much content planned for you all. Obviously today being this makeup look right here and obviously showing you guys the entire collection, but I am going to be coming on with at least one tutorial a week showing you how many different possible like eye looks and different creative looks that you can do with this palette, and also wearable ones too, because there is a few colours in here that you can actually wear if you're not really into like bold colours and stuff. But literally this palette, I cannot believe it. Like, the quality, I'm not even going to speak about the actual eyeshadows themselves because you guys know that I myself as a makeup artist, Ciara's a makeup artist, and we aren't going to bring out crappy quality stuff. The quality of this eyeshadow palette is literally insane. I'm going to do a few swatches and just show you vaguely just what the colours look like. Like, look at that. Like, I barely even touched those, and I'm going to just show you like, whoa. Like, actually, that's 3 of the matte shades, so can you picture what the shimmers and what this little glitter colour and all is going to be like? Oh my god. So obviously I created this look today using my new Inspire palette, which I'm literally just obsessed with. I'm sorry, I'm just so hyper and excited for this. Like, I'm just buzzing, I cannot believe it. And if you guys thought that was all, we also have a brush collection too. Like, look at this, like look at this entire aesthetic. Like, how cool is this? So we have these 6 brushes inside, and then we also have this gorgeous little holder which is branded with my name on it and iridescent. And this here, I'm going to show you the potential of these, like what you can actually do with these wee things. But here's the brushes. I'm going to show you a quick overview just before I go into this wee one. We have 2 face brushes, the CM01 and the CM02, and we also have 4 eye brushes, and these brushes actually can be used for eyes or face, just whatever you use these brushes for, you can use them for literally anything. So we have the CM06, which is a little dual-ended eyeliner, eyebrow brush, detailing brush. It's insane. We also have the CM04, which is just a traditional kind of fluffy blending brush, a brush to apply any eyeshadow colours with. I use this one all the time, I'm obsessed with it. We also have the CM03, which is just like a dreamy as hell brush. See, for blending like cream products under the eyes or like applying your cream bronzer or anything. You guys see how I've used this in today's video, and it's literally a dream come true brush. I love this, it's like insane. And we also have the CM03 brush, which is the brush that I love to use for patting in my concealer, patting in my eye base, also blending too. It's an insane brush, and you guys are going to see, I'm not going to talk too much about them because I want to show you them more in action. And then we also have this one, which is the CM05, which is so good because it's like the perfect brush. I designed this one so that it was perfect for the upper lid and also the bottom area too. It's super tapered where it's going to be perfect for the lower lash line because it is nice and small that way, and it's also really fluffy as well where it's perfect for blending on the upper part too. So like these brushes, a little 6-piece brush collection, then also the little bag, which I'm just going to show you guys in a little second, but vegan as well. Like, they're all synthetic hairs. Amazing. Like, oh my god, I'm just obsessed. And it has all of our brands on it as well, and it also says like the little like what brush and stuff here in your little silver writing. Like, how gorgeous are these? Oh my god. And of course the little brush holder, like look how gorgeous these are. And by the way, these aren't just like a little brush holder. Obviously you can put your brushes in them if you want, but you can also put like your lip liners, your liquid lipsticks, any sort of makeup products, because they're perfect just for having it in like your kit, just to organise everything together. And whenever I go to like master classes and do my courses and stuff, I'm going to literally have all of my stuff just packed up in these. And as well, what you can do is actually fold over this little bit and actually have it just sitting kind of upright on your vanity. So if I just tuck this down, you can see it literally just sits like that, and like how cute is that? So you can actually see like what's inside of it. And it also has like a little compartment and stuff inside, so you can store little bits and bobs in different sections. Like, how cool is that? Unreal. So yeah guys, that's it. And if you are wanting to purchase this, by the way, you can get it on the Ciara Daly website, which I will always have a link to under every single tutorial that I do, and the link to where you can buy this. If you use the code Chloe50, you can actually get the entire collection, so the brushes and the holder and the palette, for only £50. So use the code Chloe50 and that'll give you your discount, obviously, to get the entire collection for £50. And if you don't use the code, it means that obviously this will be 30 and then this will be 30, so you're saving yourself £10 if you use my code Chloe50. So there we go. And like I said, the link to where you can buy my new collection and all of the other Ciara Daly products will be linked down below too, as well as the Chloe50 discount code as well that you can use, obviously, to save your £10 off. So yeah. But yeah guys, I'm literally just so buzzing, so I'm gonna stop talking about this right now. I'm just gonna go get into the tutorial and show you guys my products in action, because I feel like that's what you all want to see. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this tutorial guys, and literally I cannot believe this. Just wait till you guys see like the amount of content that I have for you all. I'm just buzzing just to come back and just show you all the stuff that I can do with this collection. I'm just buzzing. So yeah, I love you all, and I really hope you enjoy this video guys. See you soon. Okay, so first of all, starting off with my eyebrows, I'm going to be taking the Pink Honey eyebrow gel, and this is the Strawberry Sherbet texture hold one. And I actually just take a little bit of the Vitamin E Hydrating Mist, and I literally just spray a couple of sprays of that into that, and then take my little spoolie and then I just swirl it around in the pot. And this is pretty much just like a brow soap, and then it all kind of foams up, and it's perfect for giving you like those laminated brow effect. I literally am obsessed with it, and it's good as well because I love to do this first, because if you do it after your foundation, it means all this product will like mix in with your foundation and it'll not look great. So I always like to style my eyebrows before I put anything on my skin or my eyes. So I'm literally just taking my wee spoolie and just combing those through just like that. And then as you can see, it does get quite messy, so I am going to take a wipe and just clean around the edges. And then I'm just going to take a wee wipe and just wipe around the edges just to make sure none of that product mixes in with my foundation or my concealer. Now that my eyebrows are nice and fluffy, I'm going to go in with the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, which is one of my all-time favourite drugstore concealers, and a wee flat carving brush like this. And I'm going to use it just to carve out underneath my eyebrows, and I'm also going to drag it down on my eyelid as my eyeshadow base today. So I like just to go in first of all with the wee wand and just apply it on first, kind of rough like this. And then I'll go in with my carving brush, obviously, to fix it all up and to carve around my eyebrow. And then I'm just going to take some on the tip of my little brush as well. And now I'm just going to go in and just really carefully carve out underneath my eyebrow. So to blend out my concealer on my eyes, I'm going to be taking my brand new wee brush from my collection. Oh my god, I'm literally so excited. This is the Cm3 brush. So you can see it's a flat, kind of like fluffy brush, which is perfect for patting and blending at the same time. It's the perfect brush for blending concealer. And it's so quick and easy to use as well. So you can see I'm using this to pat it down, and patting motions are definitely the best motions to use to keep your concealer looking really flawless and really full coverage too. This brush literally just pats everything in like an absolute dream. It's so soft and it is just absolutely amazing. I'm obsessed with this brush. Look how nice that's just blended that in. Oh my god, perfect. So now that the eye base and stuff is on, I'm going to be showing you my palette. I am literally, like, I cannot believe the moment is actually here. I'm sitting here filming my first tutorial for you all with my Inspire palette. Like, literally, look at this. Actually, how insane is this? Oh my god. Ciara Daly and Chloe Morton collab, the Go-To-GLAM Day to Disco eyeshadow palette. I am literally so obsessed. Okay, so this is the eye look that I've just created, obviously using my Inspire palette. I used so many different shades from the palette, so here's like a little overview of all the colours. And so I'm just going to get stuck right in and show you guys how I achieved this wee eye look. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go in with the shade Alien, which is this one right here, which I am actually obsessed with. It's like a really unique, like neon-y pastel yellow colour, and I really wanted a yellow in my palette that wasn't like the usual kind of yellows that you normally see like out there in palettes. I find that like either they're too like yellowy looking, or they're either just too like primary yellow colour, or either they're more like orangey yellow, whereas this one is like a pastel-y type of yellow. How gorgeous is that? And it's kind of almost neon as well, like it's super super bright, and you can see that it stands out a lot. So what I'm actually going to be doing is using my Ciara Daly and Chloe Morton brush, and this is the Cm04, which is like your perfect like applicator blending brush. So you can see what I'm going to do is take this colour here and just place it right into my inner corner first, and just really build it up. These colours are super super pigmented. They're almost kind of like pressed pigments in the pan, so you only literally need the tiniest wee dab, and then you're good to go with like a couple of pats, and then you can obviously load your brush back up again. This brush here is perfect. I literally use this brush for absolutely everything. It's really good for applying concealer, blending out cream products, applying glitters, pigments, like blending, and also just applying eyeshadow too. It's a great wee brush. All the brushes in my new brush collection are just brushes that you need and like are essentials, do you know what I mean? Like you're going to be using them all the time. Okay, so now that I have the yellow built up, I'm going to take the shade Live, which is this bright orange right here, which is again, it's kind of on the same kind of spectrum as the yellow colour. It's like that pastel-y, orangey, neon type of vibe. It's unreal. And then also the brush to apply it is my new little obsession. Like it's a little pointed brush, which is perfect. I designed this because I wanted it to be perfect for like the upper area, and also small enough to do it on the lower lash line, and also like small enough for little bits of detail work too. It's a small little like tapered brush. and I love this just for applying like small little amounts of colour, and it's good for like all over blending too. They're just so universal, these wee brushes. So I'm taking the shade Live, and I'm just going to place this right beside the yellow colour. So this is just going right there, and you can see straight away the pigment just grips straight onto my eye base. That's why it's really important to use a good eye base to ensure that your colours go on nice and smooth and seamless. Like, look how pigmented these colours are. Like, imagine like an all over like orange and yellow eye look. Like, it would look so cool because these colours are just stunning. Like, this orange and yellow together, perfect, actually perfect. Then I'm going in with a brand new clean Cm3 brush and taking the shade Electric, which is this one right here. Oh my god, this colour is called Electric because you just look at it and you're like, whoa, it's so bright. Like, it's just so bright. So it's just electric, do you know what I mean? It's just on fire. So I'm taking a little bit of this pink colour and literally just patting it right onto that brow bone area, and you can see straight away, like, look at the pigment of that, and I've literally just filled up the brush the tiniest little bit. This brush is so good as well because it applies it like nice and soft as well, or like you almost don't even really have to do too much blending, because you never want to use too much of like a firm brush whenever you're applying your eyeshadow, because then your blending work is going to be so much harder to do. I'm going to take some on the very tip of this brush and just start to pull it out a little bit, just so that we have a nice little pink blend, so that whenever we add on like our darker purple colour, it has something nice to blend into. So just kind of pulling it out a little bit, just really light pressure. And then going in with my Cm3 brush, my little tapered blending brush like this, and I'm taking the colour Grape, which is a perfect like deep. So I'm taking my Cm3 brush again, the little small tapered brush. I have purple on this one because obviously from earlier on, and I'm taking the shade Grape, so this one right here, which is like a gorgeous purpley, deep, winey, like aubergine colour. And I'm literally taking this brush, and the reason why I'm using this brush for this specific part is because obviously this is the deepest colour that we're using, and we don't want this colour to like take over the entire look. So I'm using the little like tapered tip on this brush just to nicely place it on to my little outer corner there. And because this brush does have a little point, it means you have like control over the product that you're using, kind of like a little pencil or a pen, so you can really like see where you're applying it and stuff, because sometimes if the brush is too big and fluffy, it obstructs your view and then you can't see where you're blending. So make sure that you're using these small brushes. This one is perfect. And by the way, if you're interested in getting the palette or the brush set, you can use the code Chloe50 on the Ciara Daly website, which I will leave a little link to below, and you can use the code Chloe50 and it gets you the palette and the brush set for only £50. So yeah, what I'm doing is just tapping this into my outer corner here, and then what I'm going to do is just lightly start winging it out into the outer corner, making sure that you're keeping your brush just in a straight line. When I imagine there's like a little ruler underneath your brush and you're just pulling it out into a little line. I'm going to go back to the shade Alien, which is the yellow colour on my Cm3 brush, and what I'm going to do is lightly add a little bit of yellow just kind of around the edges of the pink colour here, just to add a little bit more yellow around. You can see I've kind of done it on this side and it makes it a little bit more orangey. So obviously the pink and the yellow kind of mix and it makes the pink a little bit more orangey looking, but I feel like the yellow colour is just stunning, so I want to add it on like the edges of the pink, just along here. I'm actually going to go in with my little angled eyebrow brush, which is also, I'm also going to go in with, so I'm going to take the Cm3 brush, which is like the little duo ended brush, which can be used for eyeliner, eyebrows, any small little bit of detail work or anything. And I'm going to take the shade Glow, which is like the most brightest colour in the palette, obviously next to the shade Glitter a little, which I'm going to show you later, which is like actually insane. But the shade Glow is like just your bright, like as if you've just got like a spotlight like right on your eyes. It's unreal, and I actually use this colour as a highlighter sometimes as well. It's like the most intense shade. But what I like to do with this one is also apply a little bit just like under my brow bone right here, and this brush is perfect because it's nice and flat, so it really presses it down and makes those little like sparkles all just kind of like break up, and it looks so glowy. Like, look at that brow bone highlight, like it's popping, like it literally just looks like a little spotlight just shining right on it. It's insane. So make sure you're using, like if you've got the palette and the brush, to apply your wee like brow bone highlight with this brush, because it applies it like really intensely, because it's so like stubborn, and the bristles are a little bit shorter too. Oh my god, my camera so my camera literally just cut out that part, but what I done were, so my camera literally just cut out there whenever I was doing my brow, bone highlighter, but I took my little duo ended eyebrow brush, which is the Cm3, and I actually like to use this little brush here for like little detail work. I use it for my lips, my eyebrows, my eyeliner, loads of different things. And I'm going to take the shade Glow, which is like the brightest colour within the palette. Like, I love this one so much, especially as a brow bone highlight. And I'm literally just applying the tiniest little bit. This brush is so good because it's so tiny, and then because it is so flat, it just really packs it on and makes it look so vibrant. And then now that I have that on, I'm just going to go back to my little orange brush just to blend those wee edges out a little bit. Okay, so now that we have this nicely blend going on, I'm going to do my eyelid now. So I'm going to take the Peel Aways and Mitchell blank canvas eye base. And of course I'm going to be taking my Cm3 brush, the same one that I used earlier on, you know, the one that I used to pat down my concealer. I'm going to take a little bit of this on the brush and kind of do like a rough kind of cut crease shape. I'm not like applying it on really neatly or anything because I want it to be more of like a softer kind of effect. I don't want any harsh lines. So I'm taking a little bit of this just on the tip of my brush, and then once you have that shape created, I'm just taking that same brush just to pat down any of the excess here. I'm going to go in with a clean Cm3 brush and use this to kind of soften the edge of the base, because you don't want to leave this base sitting like with this harsh line, because then whenever we put the shimmer on it, it'll just cling to that line, and we want it to be nice and soft. So what we need to do is just blend the line out first before we put the shimmer on top. I'm also taking that shade Glow and putting it right into my inner corner. Like, look how pigmented and vibrant it is. Like, it literally just looks like you've got a wee spotlight just shone right in like the inner corner of your eye. Then I'm going to take this shade here called Lexi, which is one of my favourite shades within the palette. I actually love this colour as a blusher, by the way. So see these, like this colour here called Blush, Lexi and Glow. These three top colours can be used as like blushers, highlighters as well. But like literally look how stunning it is. It's like a coppery orangey colour. Oh my god, I'm literally obsessed with it. Like literally look how stunning that colour is. It has like nice wee like a golden undertone, so then whenever you like don't see the orange, you see like a wee goldeny glow to it as well. It's so nice. Right beside where that shimmer colour meets obviously the darker purple, I'm going to go in with the shade Electric and just do a wee area of this just to make sure that the orange colour just blends nicely in with the darker purple. I'm just applying the shade Electric just right beside where that Lexi colour is. So nice. And I'm using the Cm04 brush again, just right on this wee outer corner area. And taking that shade Grape again and just perfecting the wee outer edge on the Cm05 brush, just tapping off the excess and just placing the shade Grape on the outer corner again, making sure to be really light-handed with this colour because you don't want the darkness just to like overtake like all the bright colours. So just really small little patting motions, and then you can use your Cm03 brush again to obviously blend the edges with a little bit of the pink colour on it. Again, a little bit more of that pink colour just to blend out the edges of the purple. So obviously you can see the eyelid is like nice and shimmery and glowy as it is, but I actually included a little glitter topper shade within my palette called Glitter a Little, because you guys know I started on YouTube and that was my username. I have my 100,000 YouTube subscriber plaque that I got sent from YouTube, and it has Glitter Little on it. So Glitter Little is like a little like iconic name to me, and I just had to have it somewhere in my palette. And of course, because this is like the iridescent glitter shade, I just thought it would be perfect to call that shade Glitter Little. So yeah, I just literally am obsessed with this, and it means so much to me, that wee name. I'm just obsessed. The best way to apply the shade Glitter Little is just apply it with your finger, and you can see like look at that glow. It's literally like, it looks wet. It's insane. I literally just take this and just use my finger and just pat it over the entire eye look. So anywhere where you've put your shimmer, just on that lid space, and it literally just adds the most gorgeous little just glow to your eye look, and it just makes it look a little bit more like fancy and sparkly because it just has a little bit of glitter on it. You know the way whenever you put glitter on, you automatically feel just like fancier and like as if you're going somewhere. And it just gives you that instant wee bit of like extra something that you wouldn't normally have, obviously, unless you got your whole glitters and stuff out. And it's so handy because it's a pressed glitter too, so it's really quick and easy to use. And then obviously you can just wipe your finger straight away, and it's not a loose glitter either, so it doesn't like trickle all down. But yeah, literally I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of mascara. This is just the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I always like to do a little layer of mascara quickly just before I put on my false lashes, because I feel like if you start doing your mascara on top of your false lashes start to look a little bit clumpy and stuff, and then they don't look as fluffy. So always do your mascara beforehand, and then you can put your lashes on top after. And then also another exciting thing to my lashes, I literally just launched my lashes just before I launched the brush collection and the palette. These ones here are literally my lashes by Chloe Morton in the style Drama, and these are a Tally Lash TL2 dupe. These are the ones that I have on this side, and they're perfect. Like, they're the most fluffiest, full, like not too heavy either. They feel so light. Like, look at them, they're literally insane, and they're perfect whenever you do like a really like pulled out makeup because they have that cat eye shape. So this is what they look like right here. And if anybody is interested in getting my lashes, by the way, I have 5 styles to choose from, so this is only one style. I have other Tally Lash dupes as well. I have Cm3 and Cm4, and then also 2 wee natural styles as well that have an invisible lash band. So if you are interested in my lashes, you can just shop them on www.shopchloemorton.com. So there we go. Okay, so I'm just applying my primer, and I'm using the Revolution X Cloud Complexion Primer. Oh my god, see this primer? It actually feels insane on your skin. Like, it's one of those really like smoothing primers, and it makes your skin feel like absolute silk, but it's super hydrating and moisturizing as well. Like, it's so nice. For foundation today, I'm using the the Huda Beauty Flawless Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick. Mine is in the shade Tres Leches, I think. It is a little bit dark for me, but I do have like quite dark tan on, and I will use like concealer and stuff to obviously brighten it up later, so don't worry if I look really orange right now. It will match me, don't worry. I'm going to take my beauty blender to blend it in, so just pattern motions just all over. I'm taking some of the Revolution X concealer and just applying this underneath my eyes. Obviously I'm going in with a good amount because this foundation is quite dark for me, so I'm relying on my concealer obviously to brighten it all up again. I'm using my Cm3 brush to pat down my concealer. This brush is like literally amazing for blending your concealer. Like it literally just blends it so well, and it's a perfect brush for like, you know, your pattern motions as well, but then it has like a nice wee fluffy tip as well where it helps just to blend everything too. I'm going to do some cream bronzing just before I go in and powder my skin, and I'm going to use my Cm3 brush, which is one of my face brushes, which is like the most universal brush ever. It's like one of those brushes which are just so perfect for like under the eyes, your highlighter, your blush, your bronzer, your cream bronzer, and because all of these brushes are vegan and synthetic, they're perfect for powder products and cream products. Like see blending creams, they're amazing. I'm using the Barry M All Night Long medium coverage foundation as my cream contour today in the shade number 7 Fudge, and I literally just apply like the tiniest wee amount just right along here just to add a wee bit more of like a glow back into my skin, because I like to use cream products over powders because I feel like they give the skin a wee bit more of like a glow, because powders can sometimes look quite like cakey and matte, not all the time, but I prefer more creams at the moment. And then I'm using my Ciara Daly and Morton Cm3 brush to blend it all in. Literally it's so easy to blend in with this brush, it literally just melts in. Oh my god, it's unreal. Look how flawless my skin looks. This brush is just so soft and it just blends everything just proper seamless, like you're barely even needing to touch the skin, and it just blends so nice. So if you're wondering like how I would use cream products, I literally just treat them as if they're a powder, so I'm literally just blending this as if I'm just applying my powder, only I'm just blending my cream products out. I'm taking my Cm3 brush and just patting on my under eye powder. This is the Fenty Beauty loose powder in butter, by the way. I'll link everything that I've used down below too, but this brush is literally insane. It's so good. I'm literally obsessed with it. I'm just in a really good mood today, as you can tell. Just loving just sitting here showing you guys my new stuff. Oh my god, I'm just buzzing. I'm now going in with my Cm3 brush, which is like your big powder bronzer brush, which is just great for like absolutely everything. I'm going to be using this one with a little bit of the Milani Bake Bronzer in 05, and I'm just using this all over kind of like the outer area just to add a little bit more warmth back into my skin, and also to kind of set those cream contoured areas. And this brush is so good, so because it's so dense, it's so good because you can just use the side of it to apply your bronzer, and then obviously you can use this brush to pat in your foundation, you can use it to apply your blush, your like bronzer on your chest. It's great for just absolutely everything. Again, I've like this one which is just like completely brand new, and then I also have this one which I've had for ages, which you can see it just gets like really thick, and I use this one more so for like all over my body, but they're literally insane and they're so soft as well, like oh my god. Okay, so the bronzer is on, and now I'm going to move on to blush. And like I was saying earlier on, the shade Lexi and the shade Blush, obviously I call the shade Blush because it's just a perfect blush shade, and then obviously the shade Lexi if you're into more like coppery orangey type blushes. What I like to do is actually mix the two together and apply them onto my cheeks, and they're actually stunning. Like I'm obsessed, so I'm going to mix the two together. So I'm using my Cm3 and I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. I always love to apply my blusher like a little bit more higher up, just right along here. And see, the good thing about these eyeshadows, like using them as blushers, because they have like a little bit of a glow to them, it almost just melts your highlighter like in, like you can see like how flawless that just looks. Like it just melts into absolutely everything. And then whenever I put my highlighter on here, obviously you could get away with probably not wearing any highlight because there already has like a little glow. But then by the time I actually get around to putting my highlight on, it all just flows together because there's already a little shimmer in the blush. Like those two shades mixed together are literally like my ultimate blush shade. Like they're just absolutely stunning. Like look at that. So nice. I always like to apply a little bit of blusher on my nose as well. It kind of gives you like a little flush like sunburn effect too. Cute. So for my highlighter, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter, and I'm just going to apply it onto the little upward parts right along here. Just pat it all in. And I'm kind of using this as my first highlight just to get like my highlighting base down, like this overall colour. And then I'm going to take the shade Glow from my palette and use like a little spotlight of the glow shade just right here, and it just makes your highlight look absolutely insane. Especially if you're ever struggling to get like your makeup to show up in photographs. I find like putting like one highlighter down and then another one on top is just like perfect for like making your highlight look absolutely insane. So just applying that one on like that, and then I'm going to take the shade Glow from my Inspire palette, so this shade right here, and I'm actually going to take it on one of my little eyeshadow brushes too, just because whenever you're applying this you don't want it to be like all over, obviously because I'm so tanned right now. This shade would look like absolutely like so pale. I'm just taking a tiny little bit and I'm just putting it like right in the highest point, like right here, and you can see it just adds like, oh my god, like look at that, I look wet, like it literally looks soaking wet, you know what I mean? So like apply a tiny wee bit just in amongst where your highlighter normally is, just like that. and it just makes it look like a wee spotlight just shining on your skin. It's insane, and I like to kind of apply some in like small little areas, just to like highlight like tiny little areas like that, and then just kind of pat it in with your finger. So stunning, I'm literally obsessed. So I'm taking that shade Grape and just applying it into my lower lash line, just on the outer corner, just to connect it in with the little like cat eye flick just here, right along there. And then I'm going to take some of the yellow and just put it right into the inner corner, and then just work my way across all of those same colours again, so the yellow, the orange and then the pink. So straight into the Live shade, which is the orange. And then also applying the shade Electric just right in the centre. We have the purple, the pink, the orange and then the yellow. The same kind of sequence as like what we did on top. I just went ahead and put a little bit of the Peel Away's Blank Canvas base into my waterline, and then now I'm going to take that glow shade again and just put it right into my inner corner just to top that up, because literally like I love this colour. It's so nice. It's insane. It's just so pigmented and so bright. And then now what I'm going to do is just put on a little bit of mascara onto my lower lashes, just taking that same L'Oreal one again. So I'm going in with the Cm3 brush, which is the little dual ended brush, which can be used for obviously your eyeliner, your eyebrows, all things like that. I'm just taking this and I'm going to use this wee brush just with a little bit of like light brown brow powder, just to fill in my eyebrows, because I have a little bit of yellow through my eyebrow here from earlier on whenever I was applying my yellow eyeshadow shade, the shade Alien. I'm just filling in little bits of my eyebrows just like that. I don't like my eyebrows like really overly heavy, just because I prefer them more fluffy looking, but I'm just taking away some of that eyeshadow that was in my eyebrows from earlier. So now for my lips, I'm going to take the Barry M lip liner in the shade Toast, and I'm going to use this just to outline my lips first of all, and then I'm going to fill them in with the Doll Beauty Doll Dye lipstick. I'm going to take this Too Faced lip gloss. It's the Too Faced Sweet Peach Creamy Peach Oil lip gloss in the shade Peach Tease, and I'm going to put this on top just to give it a wee bit more of like a peachy vibe, just to suit like the orangey tones on the eyes. And then finally, I'm just going to set everything into position with the Huda Beauty Glow Cocoa Hydrating Mist. So guys, oh my god, finally I've been able to show you a look using my new Inspire palette. Like, I cannot believe I have my own eyeshadow palette in collaboration with Ciara Daly. I cannot actually believe this. And my actual little brush collection too. Like, it's so pretty. Like, the whole aesthetic of everything is just insane. So like I said before at the start of the video, if you do want to purchase your own little combo, use the code Chloe50 on the website down below and you'll be able to get the whole little collection for £50. Normally they retail for 30 each, so if you use the code Chloe50 you'll save yourself a wee tenner too. I'm so excited for you all to receive yours, just so I can see like your looks and recreations just using my stuff. Like, oh, it's so surreal, I cannot believe it. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you love mine and Ciara's new collection. I cannot believe it, and like I said, everything will be down below. But yeah, I love you all and I will see you in my next one guys. Bye.